top right on Grand Lagoon, we have in blue our Channel player. It is Marine King Prime.
Yeah, indeed. This is such a cool match, man. ST down here at the bottom left, just a legend. This guy is a hero. He is somebody that people look up to, an older pro gamer. And, you know, just thinking back to that old series, I remember being at home. I stayed up all night to watch it because back then I lived in America still. And I was actually just eating dinner watching the finals. And I never felt like I did when I watched the spawning locations, Marine King and ST, close positions on Metalopolis, the old Metalopolis where you could have close positions. This was during the time that Marine King was really showcasing that 2 racks with the SCV pull, and at close spawns it was so hard to defend. And I won't even spoil what really happened in that game. You guys can go back and watch it, but definitely an epic moment in esports, and we're going to repeat it a little bit here.
Well, so right now what we're going to have is at the bottom left, ST just opening with the standard build, going into a 15 hatch. Actually, yeah, going into the 15 hatch. And, well, at this point, I'm really interested to see what Marine King is going to do. What really worked against him in the first series that he played was that he was very, very predictable to his opponent.
Yeah, and Nesty, you know, Nesty is a player who right now is absolutely a mind gamer. He's someone who's using his strategy over his mechanics a lot of the time. He's choosing crazy build orders oftentimes that really go against his opponent's style. For example, going back to that slow Ling all-in we saw versus Protoss, it's actually in the intro that we saw this morning. Really awesome game, and ST just knows, okay, MC likes to move out. He likes to pull out his early Zealot and Stalker, so I can catch him off guard with a slow Ling all-in. That type of play is what keeps Nesty in the game right now.
Yeah. He's just a very, very smart player. He's a player that has been playing in esports, not only StarCraft 2, but also like his history in general. He has so much experience that he knows how to deal with these situations. And in a tournament like this, where you have the added pressure from the audience, that is worth so much. Marine King, on the other hand, also one of those Korean players that has traveled a lot, that has a lot of experience in overseas tournaments. So he's definitely in a position where he can make sure that he gets the better hand if he gets a good engagement.
Yeah. And in the case of this game, by the way, we have Nesty with an early metabolic boost, and with this metabolic boost, he will be able to deny that he might have faced. But in this case, obviously, Marine King went for a CC first. Now, ST has scouted everything with his Overlord. This link speed gives him a lot of flexibility, though, and this is always the case as our player goes for early speed. You can do an attack. You can do an attack with Lings and Roaches, Lings and Banelings. There's several different ways. You can also do a big attack just to force your opponent to lift. We've seen that a lot as well.
I find it really cool and interesting to see how different this is from the opening that we had in our first turn versus Zerg. Life was really testing the waters with this 10-pole when he was going up against Marine King, and was in a position where he said, okay, I'm just going to see what's going to happen here. Whereas in ST, didn't really do that. So he opened up with a normal build, but he's also another player who tries to go for the aggression. Look at what we have on the production tab here. Marine King Prime, known to be very, very, very greedy, faced a 10-pull against Life in the first game, Life testing the waters. Now he's facing ST. And ST not going for a 10-pull, but he's going for a Baneling bust, building a massive amount of Zerglings at this point. Speed nearly about to kick in. Marine King is notorious for not scouting, and he will be completely caught off guard by this.
This is old school what we're seeing from ST. This is very rarely seen in this matchup anymore, exactly like this, the way ST is doing it right now with speed and Banelings a little bit late, slightly delayed. And this really goes against, like you said, Marine King not scouting here, not having any information about what's going on, doesn't even know there's no third base. He also went for a very, very fast third command center, so he doesn't have a lot of production. He's trying to power up his barracks right now. He did get the second barracks before the CC, so he's not playing this as greedy as possible. But even so, with only one bunker, this might not be possible to defend.
It's actually going to be really, really difficult to defend this. And if you think about the wall that we have in the main, there's only one supply depot. Yes, those 2 barracks are, of course, awesome. But Marine King needs to know what's going on. He needs to have additional bunkers, and he needs to just increase his wall. He needs to have a double wall at the choke point if he wants to hold off here.
Nesty, man, he's making so many banelings. Right now, he has 9 already. He can make more. Looks like he's just going to leave it at 9, and that is so many banelings to have at this time in the game. His Zergling count is 39. Here we go. There's only one bunker, and what can Marine King really hope to do here?
I am not quite sure, Wolf, but here come those banelings, and they are going straight for the bunker. At least they're trying to. Moving in, the bunker is nearly gone. The SCVs are already dead, and here go the banelings up the choke into the supply depot that I mentioned earlier. The base is wide open. He moves in. We have 2 Hellions building, but just look at how many Zerglings there are. Nesty has caught Marine King with his pants down once again. First game in the series. A lot of aggression by the Zerg player, and Marine King at this point is going to roll over and die.
He certainly is. Right now, he's just trying to figure out what whether he wants to type his GG in capital letters or lowercase letters or in Hangul, because he's got no chance of defending. He's coming to terms with his defeat right now. Nice micro, but there's way too much here.
He has 11 SCVs, 10 SCVs, 9, 8, 7, 4, and this is it.
GG.
The SCV count